Next, I want to talk about the FieldView Plus, and I just want to take you on a really quick demonstration of what FieldView Plus includes. Basically, you have all this information, and with FieldView Plus, it brings it all into one place, because that's the connection to the cloud, as we call it, you know, the internet. So it enables you to have an instant backup of the iPad data. So with having FieldView Plus, it's every 5 minutes updating to the internet and backing everything up that's on the iPad. So let's say in your situation you mentioned earlier, you found this sitting underneath the tractor tire. You could go get a new iPad, download the FieldView app, sign in with your username and password, and it would just automatically download all that same information you had on your old iPad, and you're all ready to go. Where in the past, if you only have FieldView, you would have to physically connect the iPad to the 2020, transfer everything over, wait on it to transfer, and then build all the maps, and it's a fairly long process. So I just wanted to really quick go through what FieldView Plus looks like on a desktop computer. So all you do is you type in fieldview.precisionplanting.com, and then you will sign in with your username and password. It automatically signed me in because it knows who I am. I'm going to have to select the last season so we can actually see something. So I'm just going to select 2013 corn on Kurt and Aaron's farm. And so then it's going to give me a general overview. You can see off to the left here, we're on the dashboard. So it just gives us a general overview of the farm here. And then they have a planting report and a harvest report. So if you're running a yield monitor system, you'll be able to have a harvest report. See all your different hybrids, what they yielded, different loads that you typed in with yield checks or whatever. I'm not going to go into that since we're looking at planting right now. I can hit planting report here, and I have to adjust my date range again. So again, we're going to look at corn for 2013. If you have multiple planters, you have a drop-down list there. But right here, it's showing all the fields, date it was planted, the acres, population, all those different things we were looking at before. On FieldView, all we have is field reports. With FieldView Plus, we have the whole farm. It's just a lot more reporting features. It's just more of a whole general farm management tool. You can also sort by hybrid and by planter up there on the top left. This here is the map I was talking about earlier. So it shows the current location. Looks like the last time Drew logged into his FieldView was when he was up in Iowa this past weekend. So it just shows the current location of all the different iPads that are logged in under your account. If you're actually planting out in the field, it's going to show these icons with a planter. Right now they're just in scout mode, and it shows each of your fields. You hit that mouse. Looks like they did some custom planting for Jack Schaefer. Planted corn there. So it's not near the maps that you have on FieldView, it's just a general overview. Here's the field manager. This is what Bryce was referring to earlier, where you can add fields, client, farm, and field. You can also import them in from Climate. You have to import them in and then populate your farm and client and stuff. here's the data manager tab. So if I select 2013, this is all the field map data. So this would be the same thing as if you would take a USB drive, plug it into your 2020, take it to your computer and bring it up, open in FarmWorks or SMS, Field Operations Viewer, whatever software you use. You just select whichever fields you want to download, you hit download, and then you can pull it open in that software program. Another thing you can do is very easily share that. So select whichever fields you want to share, hit the share button, type in the email address of whoever you want to share it with. You can share it with your seed advisor or chemical fertilizer advisor, whoever you'd like to share it with. Right here is the data transfer part. So wirelessly you can take variable rate prescriptions and put them onto the 2020 through the iPad. So you can just check mark this box and then hit add files. Or if we GPS map fields out for you to clutch off according to field boundaries, if you have clutches or the V drive system, we can wirelessly do all that. You can just give us your username and password for field view. We can log in and do it for you. Or whoever creates the prescription, just give them your username and log in, and then they can do it for you. Right here is a map importer. This is another very handy feature. At this time, all they can do is bring in coverage data. I anticipate in the future we'll be able to bring in line data, so like tile lines. I think will be a very handy feature in the future. But like just in this example here, I brought in some side dress maps and some fall tillage maps on these fields, so then I could view those on my Field View app along with the other maps from the 2020 display. And then right here is the notifications. I touched on earlier, you got text alerts. You can change all these variables. So Aaron and I keep a pretty close eye on Kurt. He's the planter operator for the farm. So we both have our cell phone numbers plugged in here, and it will actually shoot us a text to our phone if he goes greater than 5.4 mile an hour, if his singulation drops below 98.5%, if his spacing is less than 95%, loss of ground contact greater than 6%, and so forth. So same thing you can do with harvest. We have the yield sense on their case combine. You can go to harvest and then set in settings for moisture. Email reports. Aaron is set up to get an email every hour when Kurt is operating out in the field, whether it's planting or harvest. I'm set up to get an email report every time he changes the field. So if you remember on that field view screen, it showed a field summary report. That's what it emails to me. So I can see all the information from when he's been planting or harvesting.